back on the draft. There's the general manager of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby. No, not quite. He does pretty much everything else, but not that. He's been at the Penguins table throughout the day. The Penguins are up next. Perhaps time for a defenseman for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They haven't drafted one in the first round since '02, and the team only has 3 under contract right now. It's the Penguins next, Gordon.
Yeah, thanks, James. And contract talks continue between the Penguins and Sergei Gonchar. The hopes of the Penguins to re-sign him. Pittsburgh kind of set the model post-lockout for the NHL. They had top 5 picks for 5 straight years from '02 to '05. Sidney Crosby part of that, Marc-Andre Fleury as well, Jordan Staal, a host of others. GM Ray Shero and company had to endure a lot of bad years to win the cup, but then Chicago's done the same thing. So Florida Panthers, among others, look at that Pittsburgh-Chicago model as perhaps the way to go. Just tear the thing down, take your picks, and build it up, and that's what Ray Shero and company did.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are pleased to select from the state of California, from Penticton, Beau Bennett.
When you talk about the emergence of California hockey, there is Beau Bennett, the native of the Golden State, and he was drafted 20th overall by the Pittsburgh Penguins.
From Gardena, California, just down the road. This is the first, well, not the first, this is this wave of California kids. I mean, they learn on inline skating. His backyard rink was an inline roller rink. His dad bought the lot next door to their house and built almost a full-size roller rink that he first started on. And these California kids are unbelievably quick skaters and really skilled. And I mean, he put out 120 points playing for the Penticton Bees in the British Columbia Junior Hockey League this year. He's off to Denver University next year. Some people wondered if he might get discounted a little bit because he played Junior A in the Tier 2 league that produced Kyle Turris, and Turris hasn't developed quite as some had expected, but he's got to get a lot thicker, stronger, but he's a kid that's never really even trained, Pierre, in terms of off-ice training. He's a real draft wild card. Some teams had him in the top 10. Some teams had him late in the second-round pick.
So here are the high-profile Southern California players. Bobby Ryan lived in El Segundo, California for 4 years, but John Blum was a California native who played in the Western Hockey League. Beau Bennett, now from Gardena, California, goes next. And you talk about the wave of Californians, Bob. The California Wave is a minor hockey organization that comes up to these Canadian tournaments, especially in Western Canada, and they dominated for years. They'd go into the interior BC, Southern Alberta, and win everything in sight.
The big thing about Beau Bennett, going to the University of Denver, he's going to a high-profile program. He got great schooling this year playing in the Tier 2 league. But what I like about it, going to play for George Gwozdecki at Denver, playing a lot of big games. He's going to need to work on his strength. They know that. He is similar to Michael Nylander. I coached Michael Nylander in Hartford. There's a lot of similarities. The one thing is this guy's vision is very similar to Nylander's, and that was the strength of Nylander's game.
And you mentioned the Bobby Ryan connection, being from Southern California for a time. When Beau Bennett was 9 years old, his babysitter was Bobby Ryan. So, terrific piano player, too. Could sit down and knock off a Coldplay tune. And Pierre, don't ask me who Coldplay is.
And you know what else? They have an organizational need for wingers in Pittsburgh, and now they've got a winger. It's not to say he's ready to play in Pittsburgh right now, but down the road, he's ready to be a winger in Pittsburgh. Not a centerman, he's going to have to be a winger.
And by the way, Needham still on the board from California, and the Anaheim Ducks do have a pick coming up. But Beau Bennett standing by with James Duffy.
All right, thanks very much, Gord. How does it feel to be the highest drafted California born and bred player ever, and to have it happen right here in Los Angeles?
It's unbelievable to share the experience with my friends and family. It's an unreal experience, and you know, it shows that hockey in California is growing, and this is a really good thing having this in California.
And what about being a Pittsburgh Penguin? Malkin, Crosby, this is a team that's been winger challenged a little bit. They're always looking for shooters, which you are. You're about to meet Sidney Crosby in a couple minutes. He's down at the table. Can you envision yourself playing with that guy?
That would be unreal. I mean, this is just such an opportunity, and it's really what you do after the draft, and I'm willing to do the work, and I can't wait to start in Denver.
How did you discover hockey? I know you got on the inlines first, but where did your passion for hockey come from?
We started at a local park, just playing a little roller hockey, and I still play roller hockey. It's I mean, it's fun. It's 4-on-4, and that's really where the passion started. And can roller hockey breed you to be an NHL player? I think it helps with the hands for sure. Softens up the hands, and just perfecting those skills to go along with the ice hockey skills. Beau Bennett, congratulations. Thank you very much. Newest member of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Beau Bennett.